Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Nandi. If you do know me, welcome back to another video, you guys. So in today's video, I am going to be talking to you guys about some tips that I have for you when you want to drop out of nurse practitioner school. Yes, I said it, when you feel like you are down and out, when you want to drop out, when you're like, I can't do this anymore. I have some tips for you, okay? Nurse practitioner school is definitely very challenging, and there will be times when you just feel like, what did I get myself into? Okay. And so I am going to be giving you guys some advice, do a little chit chat with you all, and hopefully these tips will be very, very helpful for you guys. We've all been there. I've been there, and yeah, I wish I had this video to watch when I was in nurse practitioner school. So before we get into today's video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, you guys. We are growing each and every day, and I'm so excited about it. So if you enjoy content like this, please subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into it. You guys know I'm always prepared with my notes, so I have my top tips here in my phone. So I wrote down 6 tips for you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about tip number 1. Tip number 1, I said to do a self-evaluation. So when you feel like things are just becoming way too much for you, when you are very stressed, when you feel very overwhelmed, do a self-evaluation. Sit down, even if it's in a nice quiet space, whatever space you need to be in, to just evaluate what is stressing you out the most. Like, literally sit down, write out your top 3 to 4, your top stressors, okay? And once you do that, really sit there and contemplate and think about what you can do to fix these stressors. Like, what's the resolution? What can you change? What can you do to help yourself out? That would be my first tip for you. Tip number 2, get organized. I have said this in so many videos, and you guys are probably tired of hearing me say this, but it's so true. Literally, staying organized, getting organized will help you out so much. I wrote down scheduling. That's really big. Let's say one of your stressors that you write down from tip number 1 is just the amount of work. We had a lot of work in my program. I don't know if every single program is like that. I'm sure every program is different, but I definitely felt like in my pediatric NP program, it was definitely work heavy. We had a lot of assignments. And so one of the things that really helped me out to not feel stressed is just breaking up the assignments that were due that week and breaking up my assignments into daily tasks. So things that I wanted to get done every day to accomplish all the assignments that were due by the end of the week. That is one major thing that I really feel like helped me throughout my program. And also studying a little bit each day. You have to try to make time to study a little bit each day. And even if it's not really in-depth studying, review over the notes or PowerPoints that were taught to you that day. Even if you just do that every single day, trust me, in the long run, you will be saving yourself so much time, so much stress. It'll just be super helpful for you, trust me. Tip number 3 that I wrote down is exercising. Literally, this is something we tell our patients. Baby, you need those endorphins, okay? You need them. Not only that, it just helps you with energy, which is something that I feel like became an issue after a while. For me, it's just like, you don't want to feel like you're lacking energy. You don't want to feel like you're super stressed. You need a way to release those feelings, okay? And so exercise will be the number 1 tip that I have for you for that. Even if it's not something that you're doing every single day, it can be something small, just going for a simple walk after class if you have time. My program was completely online, so I would either, try to go for a little walk. You guys know I'm really big into Orange Theory. That's something else that I did. And Orange Theory is expensive. So if you can't afford workout classes, go for a walk. Find friends to exercise or work out with. Find your classmates, whoever it is you need to find. I definitely recommend exercise 100%. Let's see. The next tip that I have for you is sleep. Ooh, yeah, sleep can really make or break your mood. Like for me, if I don't get enough sleep, I am not happy. Okay, I'm not happy. I feel worse, honestly. So I feel like, once again, going back to recommendation number 2, if you are making the time to ensure that you're staying organized, that you're splitting up assignments, that you're doing a little bit each day, you should be able to grant yourself with a bedtime schedule. You should be able to make sure that you're trying to go to bed, even though it may not be the same every single night, but you want to try to aim to have a bedtime. Try to aim to go to sleep around the same time every day, because I know for sure, especially if you're commuting far for your clinicals, you are waking up early. So it's very, very important that you're getting enough sleep. And it's not something that's really talked about enough, but sleep, exercise, those things can really, truly impact your mental health. And if you're at the point where you already feel like you are declining, like you are unwell, like mentally, physically, then sometimes it starts with the basics. Exercise, sleep, all of those things really, really make a difference. Let's see. The next tip that I have for you guys, tip number 5. Give yourself, or try to create for yourself, a recharge routine. I love this. And I wrote down doing things that make you feel good, treating yourself, and spending time with those who love and support you. That's deep. Yes. I think in my program, I don't know if I necessarily had a true recharge routine, but I wish that I did. I definitely tried my best to exercise in regards to doing things that made me feel good. That was mostly, like, you guys know, getting my nails done, getting my hair done, hanging out with friends, and treating myself, big on that. And that can, for me, honestly, that's something as simple as maybe like trying a new restaurant, or going to the movies, or, hanging out with family, spending time with my mom. Like, all of those things for me were really big. So I know for some people, you may really enjoy just taking a nice hot bath after clinical, after being on your feet all day. A nice hot bath and a book and maybe a glass of wine, maybe that's all you need, okay? But whatever that will make you feel good, will make you feel recharged, do that. And I'm telling you, you'll feel so much better afterwards. Let's see. Tip number 6, my last and final tip for you guys. Rest days. I said it, okay? Rest days. They don't talk about this in school. I don't think, I don't know if in any program they really encourage people to have rest days, because they're always constantly giving you assignments. They're always constantly giving you quizzes. They're always constantly giving you tests. But they don't talk about the rest days. And rest days are very, very, very important. Sometimes you need a day where you're doing absolutely nothing, but maybe staying in your pajamas and watching Netflix all day. Like, I promise you, those days that you do that, the very next time that you get up to do work, I promise you, you feel so recharged. And I know it may feel like you don't have the time to have a rest day, which once again goes back to making sure that you're staying organized, because if you're truly scheduling and planning accordingly, you should be able to at least find the time to give yourself one day. And it may not be every week, maybe every other week, okay? But find the time to give yourself a day when needed to do absolutely nothing. And I feel like if you're planning ahead, incorporating those rest days will be so much easier for you. There would be times that literally I would feel so bad, and I really want to acknowledge that there would be times where I felt so bad when I just did nothing that day. Because in my mind, I'm like, girl, you have so much to do. Like, we can't afford to be laying down, not doing anything. Like, I would beat myself up inside. But truly, like, those rest days were needed. They were truly needed. So give yourself grace. And I've said this before in another video. Make sure you give yourself grace, because sometimes you have to put aside the time just to do nothing. And there is nothing wrong with that. Don't feel bad about it. You have to take care of you. And mental health is very important. It's not discussed at all, really, in these programs. Maybe when it comes to patients, but not so much when it comes to us. When it comes to the providers, when it comes to us as nurses, it's not talked about the way it should be. And so I really want to make that known on my channel, because I feel like mental health is very important. And you got to take care of you. Once again, at the end of the day, you have to take care of you. So I truly hope that you choose to incorporate some of these tips into your day-to-day, your week-to-week routines, and I promise you, you will start to feel a tad bit better. Hopefully a whole lot of bit better. That's not even a word, but hopefully a lot better, okay? And yes, please be sure to do these things. I just feel like they're so important, you guys. But anyway, I really hope that you enjoy this video. I really hope that you find the tips that I talked about in this video helpful. I know some of them seem basic, but trust me, they definitely make a difference, okay? So if you enjoy content like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.